I feel like there was still an energy that was off. So let's see. I just said something about the HEYOKA. So that's different. The HEYOKA is really a big, beautiful energy. It's also called the divine clown. That's where somebody is pretty much the most powerful empath. They're very sensitive too. I do feel like some of you connect to that energy. Or maybe it's just you embodying some of those traits right now, because that's an empath that does smell something funky a mile away. They recognize things about the collective, about society, about always having to follow what was taught or the rules. They know when something is not quite right in their soul. It's usually a very, very wise soul, but their way of delivering that information, it's received and heard because they do it in a different way. They do it almost through humor. It's almost like the court gesture. They don't really take it so seriously. They're like, hey, didn't you ever notice in society this and this and this happens? And then don't you ever think that's weird? And they make people hear and question something that maybe was going on right under their nose that wouldn't have been so easily delivered any other way. It breaks the mold of society. That is somebody who sometimes has a hard time in relationships, not all of them, but that's somebody who's generally pretty blunt with what they say, because not everyone is ready to hear the truth. Sometimes it's easier to be ignorant and to go with the lies or go with the flow or go with society, you know, the status quo. That's not somebody who goes with the status quo. That's somebody who goes against the grain because they can see what's going on. If not actually see it, they feel it. They just know it. So usually that's somebody who is very independent. Sometimes people don't quite get them, but sometimes people get them. That's powerful. I'm glad that I pulled another one. So you have the HEYOKA energy. Maybe if that resonates with you, maybe look into that.